Is our spectacular judge ready?
And our lovely audience?
Cool, so are we. Ba-da-da-da, bum-ba-da-bum, ba-da-da-da, bum-ba-da-bum, bum-bum-bum-bum, bum-bum-bum-bum. This is the Brothers Grimm Spectaculathon. We will be your narrators for the night.
And abiding by the wishes of Sir Playwright Don Zolidis.
Along with being your narrators, we will also be the actors for every single character.
That's right, and what we are about to do today is going to blow your mind. We are about to attempt something
So spectacular, you will never be the same. If you need to go to the bathroom, go now and, well, wait, we don't want accidents.
A little background to begin.
The Brothers Grimm are brothers named Grimm.
They're dead.
Oh. Well, in the period before they died, they wrote 209 fairy tales that we know today.
They didn't write them.
The Brothers Grimm did not write 209 fairy tales that we know today. They are frauds. We should dig up their bodies and spit on their corpses.
No, I'm just saying they were collectors of stories.
Never mind that last part. These stories have become extremely popular.
And what we're going to do for you right now is return these fairy tales to their original glory.
And to make things more difficult, we're going to perform them as originally intended.
Which is as one enormous mega super story that will rock your world.
Are you ready? This is a duo about a play, about a book, about 209 fairy tales. They're classic stories everybody knows. There are two sides to every story. Each provides its own meaning.
And moral. Take Cinderella, for example.
Some say the moral of the story is you will find your happily ever after if you follow your dreams.
While others are left with the impression that the only way to snag that prince
is to intentionally leave all your stuff at his place.
So he has no choice but to return it to you.
So really, the storyteller gets to choose which side of the story the audience gets to hear. We're not telling either side.
This is the Brothers Grimm Spectaculathon
by Don Zolidis. For our first story, The Girl and the Devil. Once upon a time, there was a girl who was raised by wolves,
whose mother died in childbirth,
and she was abandoned by her father,
who could spin straw into gold,
and made a deal with a series of elves.
if they would help him make shoes.
There was also a talking fox in there somewhere.
And she was beautiful.
Because nobody cares about ugly people.
I care about ugly people.
Well, nobody cares about you. Anyway, there was a girl, and she was poor.
Dirt poor.
Oh, I am so lonely and poor. If only I knew where my father was.
Da-da.
Really? That's how you're gonna play the devil?
Do you like it?
No.
Are you scared?
Terrified. What if we went with something like a 1950s greaser type thing?
I know exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Guess it's as good as it's gonna get. You're the one that I want. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Hoo-hoo-hoo.
Honey, excuse me, but I couldn't help overhearing your tale of misery and woe. Tell you what, I will grant you your heart's desires if you give me one small thing.
That sounds like a wonderful bargain.
Just sign this one small contract and all your dreams shall come true.
Okay. What did I just sign? What did I just do? Oh well.
It was a good day for the girl. She fell in love with a prince.
She grew very rich.
And she conceived a baby.
How did this happen?
Well, you see, kids, when a prince and a princess love each other very
Through
much.
magic. The magic of the devil.
Oh, that's where babies come from.
Ah! She's so beautiful.
Years passed, and the child grew into a beautiful, elegant, charming teenager, or Rapunzel. Excuse me. Excuse me.
What?
Your time is up.
What do you want?
Well, you see this contract that your mama signed? You are the one small thing.
So?
So take my hand.
Where are we going?
Oh, you know that really tall tower, no stairs, no door? It's up like 5th and Main.
Sure.
There. So Rapunzel was locked away.
At least I have my phone.
In a tower with no cell phone service.
No! The end. So what is the moral of that story?
Don't accept help from anyone.
Oh.
Suffer in silence.
Makes sense. But wait, our story is not even remotely finished.
That's right. Let's go back to that girl, Rapunzel's mother.
When she was younger, she lived next door to a couple of German twins. Once upon a time.
Gretel! What are you doing?
Nothing.
God, you seem so moody lately. As if something were bothering you.
It's our mother. She died before we were born.
I remember. Our next story, Hansel and Gretel.
Or After School Special meets horror movie.
So here we are, in the woods.
I feel so strange, Hansel. What's that?
Nothing, but like everything.
It's a house.
Oh my god, dude, you're like made of candy.
I am? No, for real, it's a house made of candy. What do we do?
Try the door.
Would you like some candy?
No, thank you.
The end. But wait, what happened next?
Well, they get out of the woods with their moral compasses fully functioning.
Speaking of moral compasses, what is the moral of that story?
Don't trust old people.
Or Russians.
Or weed you buy in Caldwell.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Right. Back to our story.
It is now time for everybody's favorite childhood story, The Devil's Grandmother. Once upon a time.
The who's what?
The Devil's Grandmother. It's about these soldiers who are damned to hell. They have to spill the blood of the grandmother in order to set their souls free. Didn't your mom ever read this to you as a kid?
No, but that explains a lot about you.
I feel like our audience would really connect to it.
Or we could tell them literally any other story.
Well, fine.
How would that even fit into our storyline?
Oh no, it's easy. Before she was the Devil's Grandmother, she was a little girl
That's actually deep.
who liked to wear red clothes because they were sexy.
Less deep.
Sorry.
Let's just start there. Anyway, once upon a time, there was a girl named Little Red Riding Hood.
I'm off to Grandma's house to give her these sweets I made.
Oh, rang, rang, oh, rang, rang.
Hi, Grandma, I'm just about to leave.
Oh, Little Red, why aren't you here with Grandma's sweets? I guess your only grandma will have to starve to death, and it will be all your fault.
Well, then I guess I'll have to go into the dark and scary woods alone. Even though that doesn't sound like a very good idea. Oh well. Those are really pretty. I'm frightened.
Rawr.
Make one move and I'll blow your furry little brains out.
Whoa, this is a children's story. We can't have Little Red being a gun-toting psychopath.
This is Idaho. We have an open carry law.
This is a children's story.
Right. A children's story about a giant mutant wolf who devours a little old lady.
Rawr.
Then he lays in wait for a young girl and then eats her before being chopped open by a homeless man. A children's story, right. With a nice moral.
What's the moral?
Never go outside. Ever.
Right. I say we tell this like an actual children's story.
Oh.
Rated G,
Oh.
sickly sweet,
Why?
and full of rainbows. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Little Red Riding Hood.
Boy, am I in the dumps. It's kind of a rainy day, and sometimes I get sad on rainy days. Oh, hi, Wolfie.
Hi, Little Red. What seems to be the trouble?
Well, sometimes I get sad on rainy days.
You want to know a secret?
Huh.
Sometimes I get sad too.
Really? A big wolf like you?
But you want to know what I do?
Huh.
I sing a song.
Can I sing along?
Yo, VIP.
Doom 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 da da doom 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 da da doom.
Let's kick it. Ice,
Ice baby.
All right, stop. Collaborate and
Listen, Ice is back with a brand new invention.
Something grabs a hold of me tightly.
Like a harpoon daily and nightly.
Will it ever stop?
Yo,
I don't know. Turn out the lights, and I'll glow.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal.
Not at the stage, and rock the trump like a candle.
Dance! That sure was a wonderful song, Wolfie. Bye, Wolfie.
Bye-bye.
The end, and they lived happily ever after.
I think it's about time for a lightning round recap.
It is?
Of course, otherwise no one would have any idea what's going on.
Right, cool.
Okay, so try and keep up. First of all, Little Red's real name was Gretel, and Gretel grew up to marry a wandering woodcutter.
And they had a daughter who would eventually give birth to the devil. And that's how Little Red became the devil's grandmother.
And Little Red would live a long, long time, till that soldier came and cut out her heart.
But then the devil was lonely, so he made a deal with the dirt poor girl.
And his dirt poor girl would fall in love with the prince and give birth to Rapunzel, who I think is still in that tower on 5th and Main.
My Snapchat won't load.
Hashtag first world probs.
Yep,
That's pretty much it.
and they lived happily ever after.
The end?
The end.
The end. Sorry.
That's good.
Also, we're talking about the fact that you